My name is Sergeant Mike Mitchell with the Missouri State Highway Patrol. Here with me today is Lieutenant Eric Brown, Chief of Police Marlon Walker, Sheriff Scott Eiler, Mayor Bruce Cox, and City Administrator Patricia Heaney. On March 12th, the Missouri State Highway Patrol was requested to investigate an officer-involved shooting by the Hermann Police Department Chief Marlon Walker. On March 12th at 9:06 p.m., two officers from the Hermann Police Department responded to Casey's General Store in Hermann. The officers contacted Kenneth Lee Simpson, age 35, inside the store. The officers attempted to take Simpson into custody for multiple warrants from Franklin and Warren County. An altercation ensued and the two Hermann officers were shot. Detective Sergeant Mason Griffith was transported to Hermann Hospital where he succumbed to his injuries. Officer Adam Sullentrup, age 31, was transported to a St. Louis hospital where he remains in critical but stable condition. Officers developed information indicating Simpson was in a residence near the scene in Hermann, Missouri. A perimeter was established around the home, and the Missouri State Highway Patrol's SWAT team and negotiators responded and worked to establish communication with Simpson. At 1:49 p.m. today, Simpson exited the residence voluntarily and was taken into custody. Simpson will be transported to the Crawford County Jail, where he will be held pending formal charges by the Gasconade County prosecutor. The Missouri State Highway Patrol was assisted by the Hermann Police Department, Gasconade County Sheriff's Department, Osage County Sheriff's Department, St. Charles County Police SWAT, St. Charles County Police Bomb Squad, U.S. Secret Service, Federal Bureau of Investigation, U.S. Marshal Service, Hermann Fire, and Hermann EMS. The Missouri State Highway Patrol's Division of Drug and Crime Control has continued to investigate this shooting. The allegations against Simpson are mere accusations and are not evidence of guilt. Evidence in support of these charges must be presented before a court of competent jurisdiction whose duty is to determine guilt or innocence. At this time, we're going to take a few questions.
Sergeant, were the officers shot inside the store or on the parking lot?
The altercation occurred inside the store. It's my understanding that it was inside the Casey General Store.
And why did they go to the store again? Did they know he was there and that there were some arrest warrants out for him?
I believe that's correct. Yes.
They were intending to take him into custody due to the warrants. Some of the questions you're going to ask, we won't be able to respond to. If it has anything to do with details of the investigation, tactics, things such as that, we won't be able to respond to, but we'll try to do the best we can for a few more.
Can you tell us how the officer's bulletproof vests came into play?
As part of the investigative details, we can't talk about that. It's still under investigation.
How about the communication during the standoff? Did they talk to him on a cell phone? Did he shout back? Can you talk about that?
I don't have any of that information. We don't know
That's
that they
going
had
to be
any.
part of the investigative report as well. Anything that could be of evidentiary nature, at this point, we can't talk about. Early
on, you guys put out a description on a black Jeep. What's the significance of that? Was that someone else's car that had nothing to do with it?
That was what we have is a blue alert. It's kind of similar to an amber alert. So in an officer-involved shooting, any vehicles that we quickly determine a suspect may have access to, the black Jeep that originally came out in the blue alert is of no consequence.
Do we know if the suspect used that house for a reason or if it was totally random?
We don't.
And just if I could clarify just quickly on leading up to the Casey's, was this a 911 call made to the store for officers to respond? Was surveillance being done on Mr. Simpson?
That's going to be part of the investigation and the report. It's something we can't discuss at this point in time. It'll be something they determine during the course of the investigation how exactly that to determine those officers that landed there with the information on the suspect.
Did the officers
Mike,
return
we lost
fire?
an officer in this incident. How tough is it to lose?
The community's hurting. Law enforcement community's hurting. This happens way too often anymore. So absolutely, they need time to heal. You know, our thoughts and prayers go out to the officers and their families. Hermann Police Department, Gasconade County Sheriff's Department, they're hurting right now, and we'll do whatever we can to support them.
Sergeant, I was reading a little about Detective Griffith. He was apparently very notable with his crisis intervention training and well-known law enforcement officer around here. And I'll open it up maybe if anyone else wants to weigh in on what was he good at?
Those are
What was he
things
known
that we
for around here?
can't address at this point in time. It's not a proper forum to us address at this point in time. Does anybody else have any questions?
Just did
We'll
the
take a
officers
couple more.
return fire at any point?
Part of the investigation at this point in time. That's going to be determined as the Division of Drug and Crime Control completes their investigation.
Is there anything else you want to say to the community? Because there might have been times where, you know, they could have been affected and you guys did everything in your power to protect them and the neighborhood and the city that you all work for.
Sure. Anytime we have a critical incident like that, you know, scene protection and protection of the general public is always of utmost importance. And I feel like you know, the officers did an excellent job in securing the scene, keeping folks away, keeping folks informed as best and as quickly as they could, to make sure that we come to a safe outcome. Absolutely. Thank you. All right, folks.
Thank you all for your
Thank you
time.
very
We
much.
Appreciate it.